This is Sports Center.
On this edition of NHSPN Sports Center, we've got the rematch of last year's state championship game that sees the same result. Then North Star hits the road as they play the number 4 ranked Rugby Panthers. Next, we take a long road trip to outside of the state as North Star plays the number 4 team in South Dakota, followed by the Bearcats' first district game of the season going up against their rival, Benson County. And when we saw that the Bison Video blog upgraded their fake background, we decided it was time to upgrade our fake background too. Coming up on Sports Center, right now! Welcome to NHSPN. I'm Brooks Larson along with Jake Hagler. The Bearcat boys have a tough schedule to say the least as they play 7 out of the top 10 teams in the current poll. First, the Bearcats look for redemption from last year's loss in the state championship as they face the Miners of Beulah. Christian Colvang blows by a defender, gets into the lane, and puts up a teardrop for 2 of his 6 points on the night. Daniel Grandy makes it rain as he gives the Bearcats momentum early on in the game. Posting up, Alex Wesson does with a nice baby hook, making his presence felt. The Miners had 20 turnovers on the night as Jake Hagler makes them pay for this one, getting the steal and the easy lay-in. Just the way the Bearcats drew it up, as Hagler loses the ball off his foot, Beulah picks it up while Hagler spins him, allowing Wesson to get the steal, and Wesson finds Hagler wide open for a layup. Fast-breaking North Star gets it ahead to Weston, and you can count it, and a foul. Grandy gets a pick and goes coast to coast as he finishes a nice play off with a layup. The Bearcats work it around nicely, and Brooks Larson uses great concentration, making the catch and putting it in. The Bearcats lose their first regular season game in 3 years. Hopefully they take this loss and play with a chip on their shoulder and improve on the things that went wrong in this game. The Bearcats were unsuccessful as they tried to avenge their only loss from a year ago. Hopefully we get to see one more rematch of these two teams.
Yes, we've developed a rivalry of sorts with the Miners. Next, the Bearcats went to Rugby to face the extremely athletic and highly rated Panthers. This game was back and forth until the end.
The Bearcats get out and run right away, with Grandy getting it to Hagler, who feeds it to Quilvang, who runs the floor nicely. On the inbounds play, Grandy will try the deep 3. It's good. Hagler calls Grandy with a 3 of his own. Weston shows off his stroke as he finds an opening, knocking down the open shot. When things got close, Grandy came up with another big 3! Komrowski, who looks lost, decides to throw one up, and that'll give him 3 more points. Quilvang hits one of his 3 trays on the night. Big time! Larson left open, he's not shy, and hits nothing but the bottom of the net. The Bearcats answer back after the loss from the Miners, beating Rugby. They found their shots in this game, hitting 10 3-pointers.
The Bearcats were able to hold on in a close game on the road. I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch of these two teams later in the year either.
It's possible that could happen. The Bearcats took a long road trip as they traveled to Aberdeen, South Dakota to play the number 4 ranked team in South Dakota at that time. This game was a struggle from the start to the finish. Against the zone, Quilvang comes out firing as he gets a rare chance for a 4-point play, but he missed the free throw. The Bearcats swing it nicely to Hagler as he gets a chance at a 4-point play, but unlike Quilvang, he completes it. Grandy made 2 threes on the night. This one is pure and splashes the net. The Bearcats get the defensive rebound and are out and running. They do something different, trying a 2-point field goal for a change and getting an and one. Heisler decides to get into the scorer's book as he gets a quick steal and accelerates, beating everyone down the floor and putting it in for 2 points. Setting up the offense, the Bearcats find a mismatch they like and get Weston on a smaller defender who takes advantage going up tall to get the pass, and he puts it in the hole. Quilvang spots up from his usual spot behind the 3-point line and hits it once again. The Bearcats hang on by their chinny chin chins, and as a side note, Hagler gets his 2,000th point in this game. The Bearcats escaped with a victory, running their record to 7-1.
North Star has been battle-tested throughout their games so far. This could only help them come district time. Their first district matchup was against the Wildcats of Benson County, who always make for an interesting matchup.
The Bearcats execute a fast break free throw to perfection as Grandy hits nothing but net. Weston shows some versatility as he nails a 3 from the wing. The Bearcats had 29 assists on the night as Daniel drops a dime to Quilvang, who gets an easy layup. Larson benefits from transition as he gets a wide open three, finally making one. Defense leads to offense is what they say, and Larson starts it off with a tip away and gets the layup over a defender. Hagler will expand the defense as he buries a three-pointer. Hagler looks over the D this time, dropping one of his 13 dimes. Again, the Bearcats in transition, moving it into the corner as Quilvang knocks it down. A trend on these highlights is assists, as you can see nothing different on this play with Weston getting an easy one. Diesel added another dimension to his game as he knocks down this shot once a game it seems like. You don't see this often, but Quilvang has a nice post-up going to the baby hook. Larson dribbling to his left, fades, Kobe! Komrowski uses great speed and determination, dropping in a teardrop for 2 of his 8 points. The Bearcats' defense was sharp on this night, causing 26 turnovers and making plays everywhere.
The Bearcats took an early lead and never looked back, playing, in many people's opinion, their best game of the season.
The Bearcats have a slow month of January, only playing 5 games. Then their season gets busy, playing 5 games in 9 days in February before the district tournament starts. Our next broadcast will cover the girls basketball team. This is So Long from Brooks Larson alongside Jake Hagler.